confidence, world champion coming in. Here's the man.
Here is the man of the moment. How are you doing, Judd? Well done.
Thank you.
How delighted were you with your performance today?
I think I played pretty solid. I didn't do a lot wrong. I think obviously Barry went in off a few times, knocked a few balls in, but other than that, I felt like I kind of really played well. I controlled the game. Safety was really good, and I was creating a lot of chances.
We were watching you coming down the steps and just the smile and just you're really soaking it all in. It looked like you were so comfortable from the very start of the game and the whole experience here.
I think it's so important to enjoy it while you're out there. Sometimes you get a bit carried away and you're kind of so focused on winning that you don't enjoy it, and all of a sudden 15 years of your career's gone. And it's important to enjoy it while I'm probably in my prime. I think in the past maybe people you don't enjoy it enough while you're out there. You're trying so hard to win that sometimes maybe you get a bit bogged down. And for me at the moment, I'm just trying to live every moment and enjoy it. I think this arena is so special.
How much did the UK Championship relax you over Christmas and New Year, the build-up to the Masters?
I think the UK was sort of a massive weight lifted, but I think the turning point in this season was winning Saudi Arabia. I really felt like after that moment there, I just felt so kind of content winning that, and I just felt so relaxed for the rest of the season. So I think that kind of is what led into the UK, and now I just afforded myself a few days off, missed the tournament in Scotland, but I think it's important to stay fresh and keep positive and keep looking forward to these big events.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, you look measured, your safety was good, you finished off with a century, but, you know, I think there was only 3 or 4 balls you missed in the whole match. You were really sharp. You've not done anything different practice-wise coming into this tournament?
No, not really, not at all.
Just more sunshine.
Just more sunshine, yeah, trying to keep the tan. But I think sometimes, because I spend a lot of time in Dubai now, I think I go in and practice, and I sometimes forget I've practiced. This is kind of like being on holiday 24/7. So it's important, obviously, to put the work in. I'm always someone that wants to put the work in. I can't turn up here knowing that I haven't done my absolute best to prepare, because it's such a big event.
I guess the fact that you're doing some stuff in Dubai now, a lot of practice, there's a freshness to the way that you come into a tournament now. You know, it used to be, you know, at home, pack your case, go to the tournament, do it over, and now it's a change. It's a big change, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is a big change, and when I turn up to an event, it's kind of, if I am to lose, I'm quite happy as well. So in some ways it's relaxed me as well, because I'm a lot happier off the table, and I've always got something to kind of look forward to. I'm not, if I lose, I'm not dreading going home and sitting in the dark at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 7-hour flight back to sunshine.
But yeah, it's something to look forward to. So I think at the moment I've got things sort of pretty much spot on.
And talking about being happy off the table, there was a conversation between Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan last night. Alan was sandwiched in between the pair of them. And just on, you know, the challenges and mental health and talking about it, you've got your brother alongside you throughout the tour, I mean, for the last few years. How significant is that for you when you're kind of maybe struggling a little bit? I mean, do you struggle?
I mean, everyone struggles, I think, at points in their career. I think, especially when you're not winning or achieving what you know you can. And I think when you have the success of Ronnie and Mark, and then you sometimes get brought back to reality, I think it's very hard to deal with. I think when you go from winning the World Championship every year, or Ronnie winning multiple events, and then you can't quite turn it on, but you're not really doing anything different, you don't know where to go sometimes. And I think I'm very proud that I've kind of always maintained sort of a balance and not drove myself mad with my results, and I've been able to sort of keep this very consistent kind of level mentality throughout my career. But I think it is extremely difficult, and I think with the pressure, especially what Ronnie's under over the last 35 years, I mean, it's extremely difficult. He's expected to win every single game he plays in, and I think just with the success that Mark had, the World Championship, the Masters, he was unbeatable for 5 years. So I think that they're both amazing players. I hope they both get back very, very happy very soon and see him back on the table and compete against them.
Are mum and dad missing their boy while he's over there sunning it in Dubai? Are they getting on your case?
I think my mum has always missed me. I think she always pops around when I'm in Bristol, so she'll miss me not being there. But
have they been over?
Not yet. No, they will. They will at some point.
Someone said you've swapped all your cars for a private jet. Is that right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm waiting for the prize money to go up.
Hey, hold on now. Waiting for the prize money to come. Right, probably to hit your bank account, but 10 million in career prize money. That's unbelievable.
It's a good start. I mean, it's a good start.
It's only a start.
Jimmy's already spent 10 million in career prize money and earnings.
I wouldn't have even seen that back in Jimmy's days. That wouldn't have lasted very long. But I think
I earned 7 and set fire to 12. I think.
Not bad going.
If you win nowadays, it kind of takes care of itself. So I think we're very fortunate that snooker is back on the up. It was in the doldrums maybe 15 years ago, but I think with the standard of play and some of the players nowadays, we're able to kind of take the game to the next level, and some people behind the scenes are doing great. And obviously the coverage from you guys and everyone else that the snooker gets is in a brilliant place at the moment.
And also, you know, when the tournament was introduced in Saudi, as there was a chat about a fourth major, you won that, you've won the UK Championship, potentially you've got a chance to win the Masters, and then going into the World Championship, that could be 1.6 million in a season. And I mean, is that something that really is a challenge? Because you mentioned when you won the 500 over in Saudi that kind of pressure was off, and then maybe you can pick and choose. You're not going to be playing in Wales, you know, you missed out in Scotland. I mean, is all the pressure off, or how determined are you to maybe land that big four?
I think the pressure is off. I think the clearance in Saudi, you know, it wasn't the money, it's just to do that under that kind of pressure. I think I always believed that I could do it, but it kind of, I don't know, it made me so happy inside that I was able to do it under that kind of pressure. And I think something in that match, I've never really felt that before, but to do that then was really a special moment in my career. And I think since then, I think, look, if I lose in the Masters here this week, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. And you're only as good as your last game. And if I don't win it this week, then people are going to be wondering why I didn't win it.
It's a good point, excuse me, Judd, mates, because you know, I think of finals, you think of the Higgins-O'Sullivan final, and the last match at the conference set. Actually, there was another one in Dubai in the early 90s. JP, John Parrott beat Stephen Hendry from 60-odd behind with 5 or 6 reds. He had to clear up. It doesn't come along that, even though you've won 21 ranking events since you won this in 19, you kind of win them, most of them, comfortably. So it doesn't present itself. It's a good point Judd makes. It's an unusual one, isn't it, to make a clearance to win a big final.
I think it's a different thing. I think you've obviously got your 147 in a final frame that only a few people have done, and then you've got 60 points behind in the final frame.
Different challenge.
It's a different challenge. So I think it's just where the balls were as well. I think it was such a hard clearance, and I think, it kind of changed my season after that.
Yeah, it was incredible, just to keep it all together and to be able to produce that. And I want to ask you, actually, in terms of practicing in Dubai and the climate and everything else, what are conditions like? I mean, what sort of practice are you doing? Has it been the same as what you've maybe been done with Jack in Bristol?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same. So I'm lucky enough to have they've given me a room at the UAE Federation, and I'm able just to practice on my own and do what I normally do with my brother, and get in there and do my 3 or 4 hours, whatever it is, then go lie by the pool all day. So yeah, it's not a bad life at the moment.
Not bad, is
I've
it?
got to keep winning to keep it going now.
Do you think he's a bit smug over there?
Listen. He spoke about giving himself through winning these tournaments, but for Judd, it's all about winning now. And if he's happy in Dubai, then he should stay in Dubai. You've got to do what makes you produce your best snooker.
Mm-hmm.
And you played Ding next. How much do you enjoy the different challenges of other top players? Because they all present a different one, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that Ding is getting back to his best. I think he went away for maybe 5 years, even longer. So to have him back, I think he was such a kind of a spearhead of snooker in China, and I think a lot of us owe a lot to him, because the success of the game in China, without him, we wouldn't be playing in 5 ranking events a year without him. So
he's one of those guys that's nice to play because of the way he plays.
Yes, it's always an enjoyable game. You know what you're going to get. I think he doesn't mess it up. He just believes in himself, and it's always a great matchup to play against him. So I'm excited.
Yeah.